dropped and they're sent on their way. Notebook was the last to leave the starting area. And Actual Pass and Worcester Pearmain along with Didn't I Tell You lead going towards the first fence, which they're streaming over and all over okay. Notebook held up right at the back of the field and they're well spaced out already as they race on towards fence number 2. So Didn't I Tell You in front has gone on by 4 lengths ahead of Worcester Pearmain, then Game with the Pheasant, with And Actual Part amongst horses. Black River towards the outside is back in fourth, if you're next to the grey way up in the sky. As they race on now towards fence number 3. Behind those then is What's Left. And the well spaced out in Notebook is a long way behind. Roderick Random is also slightly detached as they make the left-handed turn towards the back straight. Rally Mountain, another one that is a good way back at this stage. So racing across the top of the track on towards fence number 4. Didn't I Tell You have gone 4 to 5 lengths clear. Ahead of Worcester Pearmain and Actual Part as they will steam right over the next. Roderick Random and Notebook, the two that are badly detached. On towards the first open ditch, fence number 5. Didn't I Tell You in the cheek pieces goes over in front. And they all just about get over that okay. 1 or 2 of them were a little bit chancy, but no real harm done as they make the run on towards the fence number 6. Didn't I Tell You in front leads by 1.5 lengths as they make this uphill climb towards the next, with And Actual Part in second place, Worcester Pearmain towards the outside of him. And then Game with the Pheasant on the inside of Black River, followed by Way Up in the Sky and Rally Mountain. What's Left is next, and then a break to Roderick Random and a bigger break to Notebook. Over fence number 6. Good job there from the leader, Didn't I Tell You, jumping well at the head of affairs. Zooming out over that okay, with Notebook still the back marker. So on this stiff uphill climb towards the 3 fences taken in the home straight, Didn't I Tell You in the hands of Harry Wallace out in front. As they make the uphill climb, with And Actual Part, the 12-year-old, and Worcester Pearmain not too far away. Game with the Pheasant is next, followed by the grey, Way Up in the Sky, as they race on towards fence number 7. Going towards it now, Didn't I Tell You in front, ahead of And Actual Part, Worcester Pearmain, the pink jacket, racing on the outside of Game with the Pheasant, and the grey Way Up in the Sky, who reached for that. Black River's next to the orange cap, followed by What's Left and Rally Mountain, Roderick Random, and a few legs to Notebook. On towards the middle fence in the home straight, this is the second last on the next circuit. Didn't I Tell You over in front, and continuing to lead as they race on to the next. Notebook is tailed off, but is still continuing. On towards fence number 9, this will be the last on the next circuit. Coming in to take it, Didn't I Tell You just over in front, ahead of Worcester Pearmain, who won on this corresponding card last year. And Actual Part towards the inside, the green and blue, is followed by Game of the Pheasant in the colour change, the yellow jacket now with the black sash. Couple of lengths back to Black River, creeping close to the orange cap on the outside of Way Up in the Sky. 4 lengths to the striped jacket of What's Left, who's on the inside of Rally Mountain. Another 5 lengths back to Roderick Random, and Notebook is behind that, a little 15 lengths behind. So we pass the halfway stage and head out onto the final circuit. 9 more fences left to take. Didn't I Tell You the leader by 1.5 lengths ahead of And Actual Part in second. Game with the Pheasant and Worcester Pearmain next. Black River continuing to creep closer, followed by Way Up in the Sky, What's Left and Rally Mountain as they jump the next. Next to Roderick Random, and continuing to close in a little bit on the others, but still a long way behind. They're racing on now towards fence number 11. Didn't I Tell You leads as they begin to bunch up the main group as they come in to take the next, with Didn't I Tell You going out to his right a little bit perhaps, but over in front by a couple. And Actual Part and Worcester Pearmain are following, with Game of the Pheasant towards the inside as they get out over the next. Then Black River, followed by What's Left and Way Up in the Sky. Rally Mountain, Roderick Random, and a break to Notebook. So heading inside the final mile, they're about to make the left-handed turn into the side of the track for the final time. 6 more fences left to take. Didn't I Tell You in front by a length, ahead of Game as a Pheasant in the hands of Jack Andrews in second, with Worcester Pearmain next as they jump the next, then And Actual Part. Black River just beginning to come under a bit of pressure there on the outside of What's Left. A few lengths to Way Up in the Sky as they go towards the open ditch for the final time. 5 from home. Didn't I Tell You over in front. Again, he's jumping, standing him in good stead here as he makes the run now plenty of long run before they leave the ground again towards the fourth from home. So uphill they go with the main group of 6 or 7 very tightly grouped as they race uphill to the fourth from home. Didn't I tell you, just in front from Game as a Pheasant on the inside. Then Worcester Pearmain, Black River knackling back into this on the outside. A couple of lengths to hand back to apart. Then what's left? Way up in the sky and Rally Mountain. Two next to Roderick Random and a bigger rake to Notebook. Here's the fourth from home, and the main principals very tightly clustered still as they get over the next. It was probably just Game as a Pheasant who took over there from Didn't I Tell You in second. Black River continuing to creep closer. Behind those then is Worcester Pearmain as they make the uphill climb for home. Then way up in the sky, Rally Mountain. And behind those then as they make the turn back towards the home straight, hand back to a party begins to give way. So uphill for home. 3 more fences left to take. Game as a Pheasant on the inside of Didn't I Tell You in the cheap pieces. Black River is just in behind those along with Worcester Pearmain. Roderick Random trying to improve on the wide outside as they make the run down towards the third from home. Game as a Pheasant coming in to take it with Didn't I Tell You, Black River, Roderick Random and Worcester Pearmain on the inside. This quintet covered by no more than 2 lengths as they come down towards the second last. Game as a Pheasant probably just in front from Black River as they took it with Worcester Pearmain on the inside coming home strongly as she did here last year. They made the run down towards the 18th and final fence. Worcester Pearmain on the right, on the left is Black River. Game as a Pheasant between horses over the last. Worcester Pearmain just in front from Black River as they head off the running. Worcester Pearmain and Nick Orpwood out in front. Black River on the near side is inching a bit closer. Worcester Pearmain driven out will win here again. Beats Black River into second. Game as a Pheasant third behind those what's left. Then the long time leader, Didn't I Tell You. Roderick Random way up in the sky. Rally Mountain hand back to apart. And finally Notebook.